Greetings, friends, and welcome back to the 3 Minute Horror Show. I am Ben. I'm your host. You've seen me before. I do lots of these sorts of things. And today we're going to talk about we're going to continue on our Hatchet series. And I'm joined by Edmonton, not Ottawa, Edmonton filmmaker Brandon Reines. He's responsible for the Grotesque series of films, not the gross Japanese one, the cool Canadian ones, and the I'm Haunted series that you can see on Found TV. He's also got a YouTube channel called Brandon vs. Movies where we've done collaborations before. We've done lots of them at this point in time, so you've probably seen some of them already. We've done Friday the 13th, we've done Nightmare on Elm Street, we've done Halloween, and we're doing more. And today we're here to talk about Hatchet, specifically Hatchet 2 from 2010. This one was directed by Adam Green, written by Adam Green, and picks up exactly 1 second after the first movie ended, but with one big change. Because Mary Beth is no longer the Mary Beth that was the Mary Beth in the first movie. Now she's Danielle Harris, aka Jamie Lloyd from Halloween. So they did a big swap-a-rooney, but that's fine. What are you gonna do? She's Danielle Harris is a lot better than that other woman. Let me tell you that much. And she comes back in all of these movies, and she's fantastic in all of them. Um, did I already say that this one starts with Just One Fix by Ministry? Because it
No,
does.
I mentioned in the last one,
Yeah.
Ministry plays it, but yeah,
All right.
another great song to open the movie with.
Yep, absolutely. And Victor Crowley is still played by Kane Hodder. He's going to play Victor Crowley through this whole ordeal. And what did you think of this movie?
I thought it was. I saw it for the first time. I hadn't seen any of these movies
Hmm.
before until the last 2 days. I watched to do this review. I still maybe they haven't had enough time to settle to decide which one I like more. My first
Yeah.
impression was I like the first one a little bit more, but I do like elements of the second one a bit more. I think they're very very close. I think it was cool. It's a very similar story. I love the fact that they picked it up like you said 1 second. It basically the movie started with the last shot of the last movie, which was Victor Crowley grabbing Mary Beth and yelling in her face,
Yeah.
and then it cut. Now it
Yeah.
starts with that exact thing. A lot of these movies they do a sequel, it'll end kind of like that on a little bit of a cliffhanger,
Yeah.
and then it jumps ahead a few years, and then it doesn't it doesn't satisfy you with what happened, and sometimes it changes things. And this one, I'm glad that they just have the courage to be like, let's just keep going, start
Yeah.
right there, and it's like whoa, and so she manages to escape,
Yeah.
and it was nice to see Danielle Harris. Nothing against the other Mary Beth from the other movie, but
Yeah.
Danielle Harris is an important character. I don't care what anyone says
Yeah.
in the horror world and Halloween series. I like part 4 and 5, so it's kind of cool to see her. She's obviously an adult now, and she's a really good actor. And these movies are known for their horror cameos, so it was good to see that. And it was good to see Tony Todd instead of being in one 2 minute scene. He's actually a main character in the whole movie.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool too. But yeah, this was I'd say it's a damn good movie.
Yeah. I agree with you on this one. And I like they kind of took a beat from the first one in the respect that they start with some gnarly kill. They start with a gnarly kill. And then they kind of take the backbeat for a little while and build a little bit more story, and then come back for the climax where everybody gets murdered in the end. This one starts off with a one-eyed swamp man rescues Mary Beth from Victor Crowley, from the clutches of Crowley. But as soon as he hears her name, he's like, "Oh no, you got to get out. You got to leave right now."
Get out!
What?
Get out of my house right now!
And it turns out that the reason why is because she is a Dunston. And the Dunstons are persona non grata in this area of the swamp because her father was one of the guys who tormented Victor Crowley and shot bottle rockets into the house to set it on fire. So he's one of the bullies that ended up getting Victor Crowley killed. So he's, I guess, one of the contributing factors to this ongoing curse, or the reason why he's haunting the swamp continually. So he sends her packing. She's gone. She's out of there. She's maybe it's because of that, and maybe it's because of what her father did, or maybe it's because of the movie Dunston Checks In, and everybody hates that movie, and so they said, "Dunstons, you gotta go. You're done." But either way, it's good that she leaves because seconds after she leaves, Victor Crowley arrives and strangles this dude so hard with his own guts that his head pops off, which is crazy. Your guts can't do that.
I don't think it's anatomically possible. I think the guts would rip, but
Yeah.
it was still a pretty cool kill.
It's a pretty cool kill. But then that's the one kill that we're going to get for a while now. Because Mary Beth finds her way back to Tony Todd, back to the Reverend Zombie, to hold him accountable for what happened in the swamp. First of all, she's going to tell him that his boat's still there, but she's also going to tell him what happened. And he tells her the real backstory of Victor Crowley, which is what we heard before, but there's more. There's more to this backstory. Apparently, Victor Crowley um, is not. So Victor Crowley's mother is not the wife of Victor Crowley's father. So Victor Crowley's wife, or Father Crowley, let's call him Father Crowley because I don't remember what his real name was. Father Crowley, his wife had terrible, terrible stomach cancer, and she's dying. And she had this nurse who was coming in to take care of her. And Father Crowley boned down big time with this nurse, and he got her pregnant. And Victor, she was going to have the baby, and as part of her dying breath, the mother who was dying of stomach cancer cursed the maid or cursed the nurse and cursed the baby that he would be disfigured and he would be cursed, and she put some sort of voodoo curse on them, and instantly the nurse dropped dead, which was crazy. But then Victor Crowley was born, and so I guess that's when the curse started. The curse that caused him to be reborn. I don't know. It's weird because I mean he didn't get killed until later. Who knows? But so that's the real story. Um, and then it kind of shows a flashback of over the years previous. So like it's not now, but it showed him in a flashback sequence killing a bunch of fishermen and stuff. I guess when he was a younger Victor Crowley ghost after he had come back. Um, what did you think of that part?
I don't remember that part.
When he was killing a bunch of fishermen? Wasn't that a flashback or was that now?
I don't weird. I don't remember that part at all.
He was killing like he killed Sean Ashmore from the X-Men movies. He took one guy's head. He split one guy's head in half war style, and then one guy gets his lower jaw pulled right off. I
got
think
that
it was
part.
just a flashback from when he was in like the in between time. But I could be wrong because yeah. So the Reverend Zombie decides that he wants to try and end the curse, and he's going to do that by putting a team together to go fetch his boat out of the swamp. And at the same time, he offers this team of people that he puts together $5,000 to bring back the head of Victor Crowley. But he's got a secret agenda because he invites the two other guys that were the kids that were shooting bottle rockets into that house. And he gets Mary Beth to invite her uncle as well. So you got Dunston blood, you got the two other guys that did the thing that caused Victor Crowley's death. And so his plan, his secret plan, is to sacrifice these three old guys to Victor Crowley so that the curse will be lifted. Because that's what he thinks that will lift the curse. Nobody really knows what'll lift the curse because this sort of thing is nonsense, right? But it makes as much sense as anything else in any other horror movie that we watch where they're trying to lift curses, right? Like, oh, if Michael Myers kills the last Myers relative, then he'll be gone forever or whatever, you know.
Yeah, I don't know why Reverend Zombie believed this. I don't know if he
Yeah.
just thought this up in his head and figured like, hey, maybe that would work, or if did he read this in a book or something? Like how it's just all of a sudden he knows this. It's like
Yeah.
how would you know this thing? And why didn't you try it before? But whatever, they're trying it now.
And he's not a real reverend and he's not a real voodoo guy, so who knows how he got any of these
And he's not a real
ideas.
zombie.
Yeah, he's not a real zombie either. He's just Tony Todd. He might be a real candy man, but I didn't see a hook for a hand, so I don't know. Or any bees. No bees.
And funny enough, the three guys that he lures to take part of his team, who are the
Yeah.
three boys, one of them is Mary Beth, the main character's uncle, and he's played, can't remember his name, but by the director of Child's Play. Um,
Oh, was he?
yeah, just
by Tom Holland, not the Spider-Man.
Yeah, it is Tom Holland. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, one of the so Mary Beth's uncle is played by Tom Holland, the guy that not the Spider-Man guy, the old guy that directed the first Child's Play movie. Other people that come along on this thing are once again Perry Shen, like I mentioned. He plays a character through in every movie. In this one, he is Sean from the first movie's brother Justin. His accent is gone because the accent was fake, and so he's joining them on the crew, as well as Colton Dunn from Superstore. He's there too. He's very funny. He's very
And I
funny.
must say about the brother character,
Yeah,
he was the guy I hated the most in the first movie. So I was like, okay, at least he's dead. At least we don't have to deal with him anymore. And then, oh, great, he's back again playing a different guy, but also annoying. I don't think he was quite as bad in this. When he was doing that French accent, it kind of pissed me off. But
Hurry, s'il vous plaît, the meeting is about to start. Yes.
after that, he wasn't as bad.
yeah, yeah. So he's not. Yeah, he's not as bad in this one. Colton Dunn from Superstore is there. He when they're on their boat on their way there, when they're heading out to the swamp area, he sings a very funny song about biscuits and gravy that I am going to put right into the video here so you can enjoy it.
Biscuits and chicken and gravy and biscuits and chicken and gravy.
And that's where I'll put the video of biscuits and gravy. Um, there are also uncredited cameos in this movie by Lloyd Kaufman. I don't remember seeing him,
Oh,
but apparently he was there.
weird. Yeah, I don't remember
Yeah.
that either.
Marcus Dunston as well, who is the guy who created The Collector and The Collected, that series of movies.
Okay.
Yeah, and who's going to be coming back with the Collector, The Collection, and The Collected is the one that's going to be coming out soon.
Huh.
So he's in this one, and another uncredited cameo by Cody Blue Snyder, who is the son of Dee Snyder, who plays the young version of Mary Beth's father, who's tormenting young Victor Crowley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's lots of uncredited cameos in these movies too. So if you ever get a chance, if you watch the movie, go check out the IMDb and see all of the people who you may have missed, and then go back and watch the movie again and see if you can catch them.
Yeah, I'll have to do that.
Yeah. When night falls, so these guys are going out for their little hunt, for their little Victor Crowley hunt, and everybody's having a great old time until night falls. Because when night falls, Victor Crowley comes back. And there are so many gnarly kills. Like, I'm talking crazy stuff. Again, I cannot put clips of these in the video. There's a guy who gets his face held into the boat motor of a boat, and then his head gets pulled up, and he's just got a big blank, gaping red maw where his face used to be. That's crazy. He kills Justin, the Sean's brother, the guy who came back to replace his brother, I guess, with the belt sander. This belt sander is pretty crazy. He sands the top of this guy's skull right off, so you see sanded brain. That's pretty gross. He lifts two guys with the world's largest chainsaw. Okay, so I've seen a large chainsaw. I
Yeah,
saw a
this
large
this one was like 18 feet long.
Yeah. There's a very large chainsaw in the Leatherface movie, in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre sequel Leatherface. Very large chainsaw that says family on the side of it. This chainsaw puts that chainsaw to shame. This is the biggest chainsaw that I've ever seen. And he lifts two men, one of them is Colton Dunn, entirely by their gooch on this chainsaw and cuts them in half in the air so that their two pieces fall apart, each one of these two guys. It's crazy. What did you think about some of these kills?
Yeah, they were pretty brutal. So funny with the chainsaw because they had a shot where you see just the saw part of the chainsaw come into the frame
Yeah.
and it's like moving through, and then you don't even see the end of it; it just keeps moving. Then they even cut away to like someone's reaction shot, and then they cut back to that shot, and the chainsaw is still moving. It's like enormous. Yeah, there was a lot of gnarly kills. There was one where there was like a man and a woman that had a history, and
Yeah.
they're having sex doggy style, and Victor Crowley chops the dude's head off,
Uh-huh.
but the guy's body just continues going, and the woman's loving every second of it, even though he's just spasming because he's headless. Yeah, there's no shame in these kills. They go balls to the wall with them.
He delivers a curb stomp so vicious that the top of the head, the guy's head pops off, like it pops off here, and then you see that bit of his head on the table, and his eyes are still blinking.
It like slides across the table, and yeah,
It's gnarly stuff.
but it's honestly
Rev- yeah,
the funnest part of making like grotesque when I do those movies is
yeah,
coming up with the kills.
hmm
I'm always limited by we have like 100th the budget that the
yeah,
action
for
movies had.
sure.
So there's things I'm like, this would be cool, but I don't know if we could do it. So we always have to hold back a bit. But that is fun. It's just like, what's a possible kill, and then it's how do you make it that gruesome? So yeah, this movie they got to have a lot of fun doing that stuff.
Yeah, I bet. It's funny too because I guess there's a podcast, the guys that did the effects for these movies, not all of them, of course, because I think the main guy passed away not too long ago. But some of the guys that worked on the effects for these movies started following me on Facebook
Oh,
a
nice.
couple of days ago. Like it's kind of um, kismet, or it's very it's strange luck that these guys just started following me on Facebook, uh, and we're starting this series about Hatchet 2 days later.
Yeah,
It's kind of neat. I haven't listened to the podcast yet. I will because it would be nice to hear some of the background stories of how they did this sort of thing. Pretty gnarly stuff. Reverend Zombie gets pulled directly out of his skin, so he all of a sudden becomes Uncle Frank from Hellraiser, and it's a different actor that plays him too. It's pretty funny. That plays the
yeah.
skinless.
I don't know if anatomically that would be possible, but who
No.
cares? But that was a pretty good twist. Spoiler alert for
Yeah.
anyone watching this. Watch the movie first. But uh, Reverend Zombie, his whole plan was, hey, let's bring back these three guys who, as
Yeah.
young boys, they're the ones that caused Victor Crowley to die. If he can get
Yeah.
revenge against them, the curse is lifted. But after he's like, hey, it worked. All these guys are dead. And then he points the gun at Mary Beth, like, I'm going to kill the last witness to all of this.
Yeah.
And then she's like, by the way, that guy is not my real uncle. He's just
Yeah.
like a family friend we called uncle. My real uncle died of cancer like years ago. And then Reverend Zombie's like, oh, shit. So my plan didn't work. And then, and then Victor Crowley comes and kills him in the worst way.
That is an interesting thing that I didn't think about. When she says that her real uncle died of cancer, when her real uncle pops up in the next movie. No, it's not her real uncle. It's Victor Crowley's uncle. Got it. Got it.
Oh, almost discovered a
Never
plot.
mind. Spoilers for the next episode.
I haven't seen the third one yet, so I'll be seeing that.
Okay. Yeah, so spoilers for you. I just spoiled it. Haha. No, you'll
I
see.
did see the beginning of it because I'm a big Gore fan,
Yeah.
and I saw the opening part where they're playing Hail Genocide.
Yeah.
I saw that when it came out, but I'll be watching it for the first time soon.
Yeah. So yeah, these movies again are pretty nuts. I really liked this one. I thought it was a fantastic sequel. I did really dig the fact that they picked up the second after the last one left off. And another spoiler for the next one, they pick up a second after this one ends as well. This one ends with Mary Beth seemingly getting the better of Victor Crowley. She pretty much destroys his head with his hatchet.
And then
She go sorry?
and then she shoots him on top of that.
Yeah. She goes to town, she mangles his head with his hatchet, and then she shoots what's left of the head with the shotgun. So you think, okay, this movie is done, right? Well, no, because when it picks up in number three, things get even wilder. And there's a number three, and there's also a number four. So, Brandon, what would you give this movie overall?
I'd probably give it the same 7.5 as the last one.
Okay.
I think I gave that one. It's like in certain ways it's better, certain ways it's not. I do like the fact that they found a good reason to get a whole bunch of more people to go back here. Like we just need a whole bunch of bodies to get killed, basically. So they
Yeah.
found a good reason. Let's get a bunch of hunters together. They come back, and it was good. That there was parts of this one that were very dark. I
Yeah.
didn't notice that in the first one. The first one was all night, but there
Yeah.
was parts in this one that just seemed too dark. I just
Oh.
kind of noticed it
Mhm.
where I didn't notice it in the first one, so it might have just been lighting changes. Very minor criticism.
Yeah.
But overall, like it was very similar to the first one. It's not like some of the Friday the 13th where between movies it's like this is a different style, different
Yeah.
like this one. It was very very similar to the first movie. So I'd give it a 7.5. I think same as the first.
All
How
right.
about you?
Wait, let me just tell you. Wait until you see the reason that they get all sorts of people to go back there in number three.
Ah,
I give this one an 8 out of 10. I thought that they got rid of a lot of the mid 2000s edgelordy nonsense. A lot of that just crass humor for no reason was gone, and the comedy in there was actually I found it kind of funnier. Like Colton Dunn's character, the biscuits and gravy song that they will be including in this video is very funny. Completely out of nowhere. Don't know why they put it in, other than maybe he was just singing that on the boat and they decided to film it because it was funny. It's just I really liked I liked the change in tone, and maybe it's the maturity of the filmmaker too, because he was probably a really young guy in the first one when he did like 2005 2006 when the first Hatchet came out. 5 years is a long time when you're a young fella. I mean, you can do a lot of maturing in that time, and maybe that's what happened with Adam Green. And he came back, had a new outlook on some things. Maybe he had some life changes, and it felt a lot stronger and a lot less just like a Girls Gone Wild video at the beginning. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So that brings us to the end of talking about Hatchet 2. Please join us next time for Hatchet 3. It's going to be lots of fun. The next two movies are nuts. You may think, okay, these first two movies were nuts. The next two movies are nuts. The kill count in number 3 is friggin' ridiculous. All right. And I know Brandon likes a high kill count in these movies, so you're going to love this one. All right. So, folks, remember to subscribe to Brandon's channel, Brandon versus Movies. Subscribe to my channel while you're at it. You can hear more conversations like this where we break down these films, talk about what we liked, what we didn't like. We have a lot of fun making them. It seems like you guys have a lot of fun watching them. So we hope that you enjoy this one, and we hope you come back for the next one. And we'll see you next time.